Starting in New Taipei City, 127 kilometers to race today, and what important kilometers they are going to be for Bernhard Salzberger, that man there in yellow. He has a gap over Tsegabo Garamei, but this is the real time that he's going to have to test himself. Mohamed Matsamin is the best of the Asian riders. And there is our King of the Mountains, Fung, making sure that he has that almost in the bag. Big day for him today. He'll have to take points over the next two climbs, a third category and a second category. And Kirill Pozniakov wears the green points jersey. He doesn't actually own it by right, but he's the second place man in the overall for points, behind Bernhard Salzberger, who wears yellow, of course, and can't wear two jerseys. So it passes down to the next man. Our race director about to make the start. And there we go, immediately an attack from two riders. It's been like that all the time. Drapak at the front, controlling the pace of the peloton. Benjamin Giraud from La Pomme at the back here in the all-white. It looks like Martin Ogiavi of the Champion Systems team in the front. Well, Champion Systems have had an excellent Tour de Taiwan. They've got the King of the Mountains jersey on the shoulders of Fung, and they've also had a stage win with Zachary Bell. They've now got a man in the breakaway today. La Pomme, on the other hand, La Pomme Marseille, this is the team, as opposed to VC La Pomme, which is the club that goes with it, have yet to score. They've been there or thereabouts, but they've yet to get a victory. Benjamin Giraud, the first of the men to attack, alongside Martin Ogiavi. The peloton, not particularly worried, as you can see. They know that those men are liable to get reeled in when it comes to the climb of the day. At the back, it's the nutrition team. They too have had nothing so far from this Tour de Taiwan. There's a number of teams like that, of course. The Arbo team in the all-orange, they've got nothing out of the Tour de Taiwan so far. Very hot and humid day again, as you can see on the face of Benjamin Giraud. Now, Johan van Zyl. Van Zyl trying to make some sort of break and join up with another rider who's been consistently aggressive all the way through here. This is Patrick Shaw of the Huon Salmon squad in the orange and blue there, being joined by another couple of men. Now, watch out for this team, MTN Quebeca. They are really, really going to try and put Bernhard Salzberger under the cosh here. Salzberger in the yellow, but starts only 27 seconds ahead of Garamei. And look at this, MTN wanting to put a man in everything at the moment. First sprint, it's Liu, who wins ahead of Yoshimitsu and Dennis van Niekerk in that order. Two Japanese riders in that little breakaway, but they've virtually got no time gap at all. Wonderful drumming at the side of the road. Fantastic display of drumming in New Taipei City Square this morning in front of the mayor and before the riders went off. In fact, some of the team cars were caught out and didn't get in the cavalcade quickly enough because they were listening to the drummers rather than getting in the car. Oh, weary look of resignation by some of the Hong Kong riders. Wong Campo, the team manager, handing out bidon. He needs a bit more practice getting those in, doesn't he? Must be a daunting task to have to get used to it. This is another man from VC La Pomme, or should I say La Pomme Marseille. Number 75, Thomas Verbouriez. As the original breakaway with Benjamin Giraud was reeled in. So he has his teammate up the road now with him. And the Max Cycling Success team are the other team in the breakaway. They've had some good fortune having Qing in the mountains classification jersey for a day, and that's always good for publicity. The man in the breakaway here is Liu, Hao Liu, or Liu Hao should I say. And these two men have got a nice little gap going. This is the first of the King of the Mountains, a third category climb, and sprinting for it. And there is the third man over the top. Ah, that looks like a sprinter. It is indeed. Christoph Schweitzer takes third. Verbouriez second. And Liao takes the top spot. 1, 2, 3, 4 men now from MTN Quebeca. They've decided now is the time on this second of the climbs today, a second cat climb to really put Bernhard Salzberger under pressure. Yeah, looks over his shoulder. And now two men from Hewan Salmon trying to get across to those two men ahead and make a four-man break. Well, they're trying to put people under pressure. It's interesting why they're doing it. And here we are, look, Quebecer again. Looks like Menches. Meanwhile, our two men up the front, Liao and Vaburier, continue to go. This is on the descent. Drapak's Gordon Macaulay taking on the liquids. A little bit more practice, shall we say, than the Hong Kong rider. John Ebson from Baku. They're almost out of it now. And trying to make it very hard is the MTN Quebec squad. Drapak have got to respond to this. Nice to see Fung up towards the front as well. The mountains classification jersey. He'll need to get as many points as he can on this second category climb. There they are, they're almost upon them. The break is almost over, but look at Quebec. They've got man up with these two here and other men behind. This looks like Othman from Champion Systems. This is the second category climb, and some riders in some real trouble here, being dropped out the back. And Othman is being sent up the road to mop up the points. Needs to mop up those points to make sure nobody else gets the maximum points and keeps Fung in the jersey. Over the top he goes. Nice piece of teamwork. That's a very good, smart move. And Fung coming out to make sure he gets the next set of points. That jersey will be his by the time we finish. Othman ahead of Fung, then Menches and Podzniakov going for it. Trying to get some seconds in there, but didn't get them at all. The big news here, though, is that Bernhard Salzberger has lost a little bit of time here. And they've really put people under pressure. Lee Rogers once again trying to join an attack and not quite managing. Now the Drapak squad are having to chase pretty hard. Louis Menches is the man who was really putting them under pressure there. Fung with a front puncture. Getting back on, but his day really has been a success because he's got the points he needs now to take that polka dot jersey to the end of the stage tomorrow, where there's no mountains classification points available. He's won that. He's just going to wait up now to be joined by this group here. But it looks like Gordon Macaulay in the front of that group, and the Norwegian trying to push it on. Maybe they've had a man caught out here. Now they're beginning to try to get it back together as they run down towards the finish.
Taiwan excellence, driving innovation.
Welcome back to the 2013 Tour of Taiwan. We're on the 6th stage, and we've got the Nutrition Abbas team. They're driving the pace in the last 30 kilometers. The riders are working pretty well together. Here we've got 4 riders in the break. We've got a Drapak rider, we've got a Team Freud Brianchi, Nutrition, and the Japanese national team rider are trying to stay away from the peloton, but it doesn't look like Drapak Porsche is going to let them get away. You can see them driving the pace here, really trying to catch up. It looks like they're going to want to put a rider in the front there for the sprint. Back along the coast here, we've got one rider from MTN, Vagitis. It looks like he's going to be trying his luck. It's going to be pretty tough with a big crosswind right along the edge of the coast. See if the peloton will catch up. Looks like they're pretty close. I don't think he'll be able to stay away. We'll probably see another couple of attacks as soon as he gets caught. Well, maybe not. They're taking it easy, so maybe they're a little bit feeling tired after 5 days of racing. Here we are. We do have an attack. A team Baku. We've got one rider away. Doesn't look like he's too interested in working hard. Still 20k to go. Long way for one guy to work by himself. And there we can see the peloton. They did catch him. Here we've got another couple of riders. We've got a rider from La Pomme Marseille and from Genesis. They're working well together. Two of them, 20k to go. It's going to be tough for them to hold it off, but they are working well together. See if they can hold it. It's like we saw earlier, it's all along the coast, so they're going to be battling the crosswinds, headwinds, but they're still working hard together. Maybe they do stand a chance. Got their heads down in the drops, working really, really hard. You can see it on their faces. They're not looking comfortable at all, but they're going to be wanting to get up there for the finish. And here we can see 4 riders coming out of the peloton. Looks like they're going to bridge up. And we can see how, yeah, they're going to let them in, and it's going to be a break of 6 guys. This might be interesting. 6 guys might be able to hold off a peloton if they work really, really well together, but they look a little disorganized right now. And yeah, there we are. There you can see the peloton's right behind them. These guys are still trying hard, but it doesn't look like they're going to get anywhere. We've got a Hong Kong rider, and he's off the front. He's going to try his luck solo. That's a bit of a brave move there. We haven't seen a solo break get away all day, but it looks like he's going to be joined by 2 other riders. We've got a Japanese national team rider and a Terengganu rider. 3 guys. They're really driving the pace in the drops. They're riding hard right along that center line there so they can stay away from the wind, save as much energy as they can, but it's just not going to be enough. The peloton's right on their tail. Just get swallowed up again. I mean, pretty tough for anyone to get away so late and actually stay away, but I'm sure someone will try. And here we are. Oh, it looks like we've got no, I was going to say we have a rider. They're just trying to make a break, but they're just charging hard. But we do see a couple guys getting away here. We've got 1 Hong Kong national rider and 1 Terengganu rider. 2 of them up the road, and they've got a little bit of a distance there. They might be able to hold on until the end. And here we have the Japanese national team. It looks like they're not interested in letting those 2 guys get away. They're going to want to set up their sprinter for the final sprint. And here we are getting into the final 1K, and they're all together. Looks pretty disorganized up there right along the coast. They should be protecting their riders and trying to lead those riders out for the sprint, but they don't seem all that organized today. I guess we'll have to wait for the last 500 meters, last 300 meters before we really see who's going to have a chance to win this. All right, and here we see the nutrition guys. They're on the right. They do have a sprint train going. Look at that. They're pulling out, and it looks like they're trying to put their rider in the front there. And what do we see here? We see La Pomme Marseille. They've got a guy coming up. He's in the front, and it looks like he's got a good lead. He's not going to be passed. He's got a bike length, and it's Giraud from La Pomme Marseille. He is the winner for the day. Janakorski and Othman round out the top 3. We've got an interview with the winner of today's stage up next.
Magnificent victory for a Frenchman, Benjamin Giraud from La Pomme. Fantastic sprint. You had about a bike length.
Yeah, it's crazy. Today, my teammate ride too fast to the finish to arrive at the sprint because I am very fast at sprint and I win. It's fantastic.
Here we have Benjamin Giraud. He is the winner on the day, and Senan, he's wearing the blue jersey for Best Asian. Feng Junkai, he is the Champions Systems rider, and Salzburger pulls on the green and yellow jerseys. He is the leader of the tour so far. Going into the final stage, stage 7, he is about 30 seconds ahead. All right, up next we've got a preview of stage 7, the last final stage of the tour of Taiwan. This is being held in Taipei City. It's a flat stage, it's a criterium. Going to kick off at City Hall, head down beautiful Renai Road, make a U-turn, come back, head towards City Hall, make a quick right-hand turn towards Taipei 101, then back to City Hall. With the neutral section, it's going to be about 58 kilometers, and there's 3 sprint points. Should be an interesting day, really short, so it will be very active. I'm sure the guys will be riding hard, trying to get that yellow jersey.